Welcome to the You Can't Make This Shit Up podcast with your host, Keisha, BBK2472.
What's up, y'all? You on You Can't Make This Shit Up, and I got my homeboy Deon here. This my man. We've been working together for, I got 29 years. He got 30, so he was there before me. But I put a post up yesterday. Well, yesterday, the day before, and it's the cruise season. I love these guys. They talk about a whole bunch of relationship things and everything.
A man that really loves you, he ain't playing about you at all. He wants to have a hand in every single aspect of your life. Like, he want to be in the know. He don't want it to be nothing that you going through that he just has no idea about and that he's not willing to pitch in and help. Like, there's so many women dealing with dudes too, they can't even call them when it's time to help them move. Or they can't even call them like if they get a flat tire or something like that. Like, they can't depend on that man to pull up on them. But a man that love you, like, bruh, like, again, when you outside, you represent me. So I don't want you to be outside in no type of situation where you feel uncomfortable or no type of situation where you feel less than, and I could have did something to change that, and I didn't. That's the difference. That's how you can tell, whether or not a man is really there for you or if he's just there for something that he could gain from you. Because if he there for just something he can gain from you, you're going to get what he can get and then he's going to move around. But if he there for you, he's going to go out of his way to ensure that you're in the most comfortable situations possible.
And he was saying, he's like, when a man really loves you, he want to know what's going on in your life all the time. He want to know if something ain't right, if something, if something ain't right, he trying to fix it or whatever. So me and Deon, I showed it to him, and so I wanted to get his perspective on, what he's saying. What you think?
I think that in today's times, a man that is handy, that man that can handle his own, take care of his business, when he meets a woman, she needs so much. She is in so much disrepair from the previous men that couldn't do nothing.
Okay.
That a lot of time men feel used.
But to me, okay, I understand.
You don't want to extend yourself, to that extent.
Okay, I understand that, but I feel like it goes both ways. With women, we pick bad. You know what I'm saying? And to me, you guys, y'all need to pick better too. You know what I'm saying? If you meet somebody and they in that much disarray, I mean, do you want that headache?
But true, you don't know. You don't know. So you deal with a representative of male or female for so long, and then when you finally get on the inside and figure out what's what and see what's what, you see the real deal.
But I still feel like it's because we rush situations.
Oh yeah.
My thing is, if we take our time and get to know the person, that it's all gonna come out in the rinse anywhere it goes. You know what I'm saying? If you just take your time, get to know them, and really do your due diligence.
So what does that mean? What does taking your time getting to know somebody mean? Like not sleeping with them?
Not just that. It's just other things. Everything gonna come out the rinse. You gonna know if you dating them or whatever, and they can't do this and they can't do that.
To me, the only situation where you rush stuff is when you have sex.
True.
So
because you let that feeling take over instead of letting
you use your judgment, letting you see what for what.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. Now, in today's time, if you're not doing that, you lose out.
Because you feel like you're investing a lot into somebody.
Well, when a woman has sex with you, she feels like, most women,
mm-hmm.
I've given a piece of myself to this man. I'm vested.
For sure.
A man might feel like we just had sex or blah, blah, blah. But a woman, a good woman, feels like I've given a piece of myself to this man. So now she's
right. But, to me, it's just best to keep it in the friend zone until you really can find out what you're investing in before you start. That's the only solution that I see.
But to me, I am a handyman. If it's broke, I can fix it.
Okay.
If it can be built, I can build it. So when I meet a woman, I don't have to deal with the last 10 mama's boys that couldn't do the same stuff that I could do. The light switch ain't working over here. The garbage disposal broke. My car ticking, and I'm like, well, damn, it's overwhelming, because the last 5 guys couldn't do none of the stuff I could do.
And then the thing, what's so crazy is that they get you and you can do that, and once you start doing it, they feel entitled. That, okay, this is what you're supposed to do. You ain't feel like that with the last guy.
Or I can do all this, right?
Okay.
Now you come by my house, there's dishes in the sink, or my clothes need folding up. Now what you doing?
Oh, me? I mean, I do that. I mean, I fold somebody's clothes. That ain't nothing. You know, that's little stuff. That's nothing.
Right.
But I'm just saying, it's just like, I think to me, I just feel like women, I don't feel like it's y'all fault that we don't have decent, nice guys to really kick it with, because what's going on, it started back generationally. What's going on, women, what we do, we get baby daddies instead of getting husbands.
I agree.
So
I think
now you got a bunch of women, single women, trying to raise these men, and these men have no reference to them. They have nobody to show them, this is how you treat a lady. This is how, because their mama had 5 different boyfriends in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? And how they know how to treat the woman. Unless you got an uncle or something, you know, some other kind of reference tool, you don't know what to do.
Or what about, as women, y'all don't see value, or not as you get older you do. But as a young woman, you don't see value in a man that can fix things, or can build things, or can repair stuff. That ain't what you're looking for.
Because
you don't need it at that point in life.
Well, you got to realize that society has put that with Instagram and with all this whatever. You know, all they see is, oh, this guy got this, he got this, he got that. I want a guy that got all that. Until you got somebody at home to reprogram the stuff that's being programmed to our women and to our kids. I mean, that's what you go find until reality hits. And they see that
that's a wrap.
It's
a
like
wrap.
hitting the lottery.
Social media has messed up everything. We looking at everybody's highlights, trying to live up to it.
But I don't know. I mean, it's made it worse. But still, when we were growing up in the 90s, we didn't have social media. But still, it was sack chasers, you know, whatever. They watching because they seen all the biggest dope dealers going by.
Social media, but we had videos.
We did have videos.
So you looking at the video like, I want I want this, I want to do this.
Okay. You got a
video
point.
girls, video guys. So now it's just highlights of regular people that we know versus superstars, rappers, basketball players.
Yeah.
Now it's just like everyday people showing us the highlights. You don't see the lowlights.
Yeah, you got a point. I mean, I knew the world was going to shit when one day I was at the shop. And the girl was like, I want to be like Lil' Kim. And I'm like, well, hold on. It's doctors, it's lawyers, it's everything to be like. And you want to, you know, back then Lil' Kim was raunchy as I don't know what. And then it wasn't even the norm. You know what I'm saying? She like started it off.
But
so it's just like.
So now
it's okay.
Now they want to be like Sexy Red. And
God!
That's fucked up. They want to be like Sexy Red.
Oh my God.
My booty hole brown, and with my coochie is what? They want Sexy Red.
I'm dead.
All right.
Oh Lord, what are we gonna do?
It's
what we
messed
gonna
up.
do? It's just a mess.
But I do agree that if a man loves you, he will do different things for you. But it's hard for a man nowadays to give himself or give all of himself and not, feel like you're being used to a certain degree. Especially if it's not reciprocated in some form or fashion.
What it is so many grimy people. You know what I'm saying? So many women that their intentions are all horrible. You know, and then there's so many men, they just out to see what they can get. You know, they go tell you what you want to hear, and and being gullible. You know, you got women that's believing everything this guy say. And then
at what age does that stop? Like,
I don't know, because you got old women that's doing the same thing.
Right. But that thing can't be working the same way, doing the same stuff that it was doing 30 years ago. So now what?
So I guess they put up with more. I'm just saying. I don't know. But these guys and women are out here fooling these people. And then the thing about it, a guy will meet you and say he do this, that, and then you get to know him or whatever. And once you get to know him and realize he doesn't, we the kind of women that will be like, you know what, I still love him. He just, just thought he, in too deep, so he had to lie, whatever. We will do that, because I have done.
But that's part of not doing your due diligence and getting past that representative phase.
Yeah.
The truth eventually come to light.
It does. It does.
You wait it out. But like I said, people ain't willing to wait that month or 2 months and not have any kind kind of sexual relationship will really see the real before they invest themselves.
Yeah, that's really the whole thing. And then another thing too, I was watching something on Instagram, and it was like, why is it so hard to date or whatever, and guys to be faithful and stuff? And the girl was like, because there's too many side bitches. And I kind of agree. If we all decided that we was gonna keep our legs closed until somebody acted right, they wouldn't have nobody to do it to.
I don't agree with that. I think that at a point in your life, you see the value in yourself as a man or a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for me, it was later in life, but you see the value in yourself as a man or a woman, and certain stuff it just becomes beneath you.
Okay.
Like cheating
Mm-hmm.
is beneath you. It feels good for me as a man to, if I'm in a relationship now, to go somewhere and not be focused on what I can get, or if I can pull something out this bar, if I can get me one to go, or, you know,
all that.
I'm content. I've been there, I've done that. So that's not my focus now. So, and I value myself differently than I did 20 years ago or 30 years ago. So the value in you seeing yourself differently, you viewing yourself differently, or even holding yourself to a higher standard. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to be this type of person.
To me, it just seems like people have to get tired. Women, we have to get tired of being with a certain kind of man, or being with disrespectful people, or being with people who don't value your worth, or whatever. And you got to know what you bring to the table. And the same goes with men. Men, you got to know what you bring to the table. And are they worthy of what you have?
Right.
Is this person that you know, and then 9 times out of 10, I talk to guys and they tell me about the woman, and they tell you everything that's wrong, and be like, and then this is what I really can't stand. And you be like, well, why you do it? Her pussy so good. I'm like, you ain't got over that shit. You're like, what? You still hypnotized by that? Many, and then the thing about it, these girls throwing it to everybody. These guys can get 2 girls at one time, 3 girls at one time, and stuff, and they still act like they mind is blown.
The killing thing is, like, for a man, after that, then what? After you get that nut, then what? Like, after you come, a man feels totally different than he did before he came. So, now what? You done came, now what?
Nah, that is the question.
You be like, you like, damn, that was so nasty. Why did I do that? Where am I? You a whole different person. Like, now what? So if it ain't good conversation, a good person that you done invested yourself in, that you done put yourself in a situation with, now what?
I don't know. To me, you got to get tired, and you got to realize that you want more. Yeah, and that's to me what has to happen with everybody. Everybody got to look in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm better than this.
Yeah.
And once they do that, I think, and realize it, I think we'll start making better choices as people.
I agree. But like I said, it took me long. It took probably about 6 months ago. No. But it
Well,
took me
don't
later
matter how long it takes, just long as it happens. Long as it happens.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. This been Deon and Keisha. Juices, because you can't make this shit up. Hey, y'all. This been another episode of You Can't Make This Shit Up. So glad Deon sat down with me and kicked it. It was a ball. I had fun. Love you. Deuces.